Hi, this is John Walker for Lacat TV, and today we're talking about face masks and filters. Now, you've probably seen a lot on the internet about how seamstresses are sewing and they're making face masks out of just regular cotton. And some are even making face masks that have a pouch. They're two-sided, so you can take the filter out and put it back in. Now I'm going to show you a product I haven't heard any seamstress mention, probably because they're seamstress and they don't think like a handyman. So let me show you a product you seamstress can all use to create masks. And here it is. The product here is a common air filter. Yes, this is the product. Let me show it. The product is your common ream air filter, and this is what I'm going to use to show you how to create a mask. So let me open it up and show you, and I emphasize this is the paper filter. You don't want to use the fiberglass filter, you want to use the paper filter. Now my wife asked a very good question. What are the filters made from? So I looked it up. I found the Ream Pro Partners website tells us what the filters are made from. According to the Ream Pro Partners website, the filters are made from paper and polyester. And you would expect them to be safe because remember, this is what filters the air in your house. So the air travels through the filter and then it's recirculated back into your house, and you wouldn't expect any harmful particles to come off of the filter. So the filters do seem that they're safe to use for a mask. You want to use the paper filter that has the highest level of protection. And for example, a FPR10 ream filter, these standards are actually Home Depot standards, but they have been lab tested. They tell you on the back that dust, it protects the FPR10, protects dust, lint, airborne dust, mitt debris, pollen, pet dander, mold spores, bacteria, microscopic allergens, virus carriers. I'll repeat, virus carriers, odor, most smoke, small particles. So that's what the FPR10 protects. I'll hold it up again so you can see it. Okay, so here it is. And now we're going to open it up and show you how you get the materials. Now it's pleated. Now I'll explain what pleats mean. The pleats actually just give it more surface. So it gives it more surface so that there's more when the air is flowing through your furnace or through your air conditioner, that there's a larger. So more surface just means it's a larger than the actual 14 by 14. So let's get started. Let's take a look at how you can take this filter apart. Tools you might need. The tools you might need to do this, you might need just a regular knife and a pair of scissors to open the pack. And the reason is I ordered the pack of 3. This is not the FPR10. This is a lower that I'm going to use for our regular air conditioning system. So when you take the filter out, one thing you want to note is the filter has a airflow. The air should flow one way through the filter. That's how it's designed. So the air flows from the non-metallic side to the side that has the metal. So remember that. It does have a flow side. So you might want to note that on the filter before you take the metal off, because then you won't be able to tell which side. So just remember, the air flows from the clean side to the metal side. So let's take it apart. Let me add one other item. When you're taking it apart, you will want to wear gloves. Now when you first tear it open, I'm trying to be careful because I plan on reusing this filter if possible. But it's only $4. This is not the FPR 10. This is the lower one. So if I can't reuse it, that's okay. But it is glued along the edges up here. Now, as you can see, you can really just, once you open it up, you can just sort of pull this apart. You can just pull it apart and it will come right out. See how it comes right out? And this is just really fabric. That's all it is. It's not fiberglass, so it's not dangerous. So here we go. And we will pull it all the way out. So now we have it out. We still have the metal connected to it. So let's see what we have to do to take the metal off. Now, the metal's glued on to the fabric, so you lose a little of the fabric. I suppose if you wanted to, you could just keep the metal as long as it doesn't cut you. You make sure it's safe, because you can cut this metal so light you can cut it with regular office scissors. So here's how you just, as you can see, I can just cut right through a piece of metal. And I have a piece of the metal left. All right, I'm going to throw the metal away. And now, as you can see, I just have the fabric. And I can cut a little more out if I want to. I'll pull a little bit more of the metal off, down a little bit lower until I get a bigger piece. But that's all you have to do, is you keep pulling the metal off of the fabric, away from the fabric, if you don't want the metal in your mask. But like I say, you could just leave the metal in the mask and just cut the mask with the metal. And as you go to the edges, the bigger piece you have to grab, the easier it just separates. It's not glued very tight, and no, I'm not going to be able to reuse this at all. All right, let me show you what I got here, because I got a pretty big section pulled out, and being like me, I'm just going to pull it all out now. All right, give me a second. So here's what I have now. It's pretty much all pulled. It's pretty much all pulled apart at this point, all the way down to the edge. So I could really just cut it here. So this is what I have. This is your filter product, remember. So remember, this side is the side you want to breathe facing out, and this is the side that goes towards your mouth. So now you can just cut this with regular scissors. Okay, so here's the finished product. Here it is. So always remember, smooth side, there's a smoother side and a slightly rougher side. The slightly rougher side was where the metal was. That goes towards your face. And the smoother side goes out. And you can use this as filters in your fabric filters that you make. So for example, and breathing through it is no problem. These are used in your home air conditioning system. So the same air that you breathe passes through them, but I would put it inside. I don't think they're durable enough, although they're pretty durable. I don't think they're durable enough to put bands on, but you could probably attach a band to it, but I wouldn't. I would probably go ahead and make it into a, put it inside a container, or that is 2 pieces of fabric. But if you're in a pinch, it's all you got. You could sew it down or glue it down, make a quick strip. You make a quick strip here and here, and then you could attach your elastic. But I'll let my wife do the video on making the mask that you can insert this into. So she's going to make a mask that you insert this into. Then here you have essentially your own HEPA filter, or your own filter. And we just want to remember, this is a FPR 10 filter and what it protects from. And I'll share that on the video. So we want to remember what this is, FPR10 filter. I'll share it on the video what it filters. John Walker, Lacat TV. Please like, please share this with people who are looking to make their own filters and keeping something in mind. This has been John Walker for Lacat TV. Thank you for watching. If you found this educational, please like, share it with everybody. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Lacat TV. Hi, John Walker from Lacat TV. I'm here at the Home Depot. I'm going to show you something, a way to make your own mask. Now, many people are showing how to make cloth masks, but they have no idea what to use as a filter. So what you do is you go to Home Depot and you go to your air filter section. When you're in the air filter section, they have these different filters. And you can see the different ratings of the filters. Like this is the FPR9. And if you look, it tells you what FPR9 covers. Dust, lint, airborne dust, mite, debris, pollen, pet dander, mold spores, bacteria, microscopic allergies, virus carriers, most smoke. And then you can move up to the highest, the FPR10, which is a premium, and it covers dust, lint, airborne dust, mite, debris, pollen, pet dander, mold spores, bacteria, microscopic allergens, virus carriers, odor, most smoke, small materials. And depending, if you look at the size of the filters, like this is a 14 by 20 by 1, they will cover, you can make many face masks out of these. So this is a way you can make a face mask or a face filter. And they also have, if you look up here, many of the FPR10s as well. They have just boxes and boxes. Not sure why nobody's figured this out. I'll also show you something about the filters. If you're going to make your own filter, whether you buy the 20 by 20 for $19.97, it is the same price as the 20 by 25 by 1 for $19.97. You can buy 4 for $15.98. So even if I go down to the smallest one, the 12 by 12 by 1, they're still $19.97. So buy the big one. This has been John Walker for Lacat TV. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, please. Lacat TV.